for coming, really appreciate it. So first I just want to say we're going to be going over these exercises: functional movement screen, core strength, shoulder archetypes, and hip archetype. So I just want to be in agreement that you have consent, you're consenting to this agreement.
Yes.
To use this in educational purposes.
Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna start. First exercise is gonna be the deep squat. So you're gonna hold this over your head. Toes pointed towards me. And then try to do a squat. Alright, I can see you have some lumbar. And so it's all good. Alright, second one, we're gonna move on to the hurdle step. Gonna be over here. So for this exercise, you're gonna have to stay on your back, looking at me, one leg up, and go over the thing. There you go, and now put it back, do the next leg. Go back. Alright, for this one I can see you kind of moved your hips a little bit. Already some stability. And then for the third exercise, this functional movement screen is going to be that inline lunge. So I'm going to have you right here. There you go. Keep your back straight. Toes pointed forward. In line. And try to do a lunge. Alright. So I can see we have some ankle stability we need to work on. Try the next leg. Same thing, back straight. There we go. Alright, this one we see it better. It's a better side for you. Still have some ankle stability issues, but no worries. Fourth one, we're gonna do the back stretch. And if I can just have it facing that way. Alright. There we go, it's a perfect one. Next one, we see we have around 2 finger lengths. So we have some tightness in the shoulders. Alright, fifth one, we're gonna do a leg raise. So I'm gonna have you on the floor, on your spine. One leg down. Alright, now lift your right leg up as far as you can go. Alright, so for this one we can see it's a 3 for sure. He passes over his mid thigh, over his knee. Alright. Next one. This one we can see it might be more of a 2 just because he does raise his other leg. Bring it down. But it's pretty good. So we're gonna move on to exercise number 6. Which is a core stability push-up. For this one, I'm gonna have you roll over. You're gonna stand, lay it down, face on the floor. I'm gonna put your hands right here, right next to your, all right? And you're gonna try to get up in one unit. So for this one, we can see he kind of marks his back a little bit, but he's able to do it. So I would give this a 2. And then we're gonna move on to exercise 7, which is bird dog. In the same position. You'll be on your, there you go, hands and knees, your back straight. And then you're gonna lift your left leg and your right hand, your left leg and your right hand. Bring them together. All right, and then try the other one. And bring them together. Alright, this one we have some stability issues that have to do with the core. Alright, now to test our core strength, we're gonna do a plank. Alright, so
See, way or the other way?
other way, pointing that way so it counts. Cut that part out. Alright, so for this one, gonna be on our elbows. Like this, and we're gonna lift up as a unit. Gonna hold for 10 seconds.
You can count it?
Whenever you're ready, yeah. Try to keep your back straight, butt down. Alright, you're good. So for this one, we can see you kind of started off with your butt up, trying to cheat, but you were able to fix it. You had 3 points of contact: your head, your upper back, and your sacrum. So that was good. We were able to fix it. Moving on, we're gonna do a side plank.
Good grip.
Like that. There you go. And whenever you're ready, you can start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see, this one was great. It was good. We're gonna do the other side.
Eat this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As we can see, there was a little bit of shaking, but that's normal. It'll work out. The last one for this core strength is going to be the isometric sit-up. Going to have you in a sit-up position. You're going to be at a 30-degree angle. And you lift up a little bit. Hands on your, like this. And then you're going to try to keep your feet up, or if they're down, it's fine. So whenever you're ready, you're going to have to hold. Alright, that's good. So for this one, we can see we have a little bit of stability issues, some core strength, no worries about that. Alright, so after this one, we're moving on to the shoulder arc types. We're going to be doing the overhead, press, hang, front rack 1, front rack 2. These ones are a little bit different. So for the first arc type, I'm just gonna have you both hands over. Gonna have you just like that, straight back. There we go. I'm gonna put this stick behind you. There we go. We do have a straight back, 3 points of contact again. All right. So that one was good. The press arc type, one's a little different. Gonna be at a 90 degree. Just like that. Alright, perfect. And then just stand still. Elbows tucked in. See if we can have a. So for this one, we do have a little bit of a bend in your lumbar area. So shoulders down, relax, relax. There you go. Alright, moving on to the third one. This one's called the arm hang. So for this one, you're gonna be going backwards with your hands back. Hands back, like this, and just hang. And that one, I'm gonna do the same thing with the stick, just to check your spine straight, your shoulders. Tells us a lot. Backs. There we go. This one seems to be a little bit better. We have some scapular movement there. Alright, no worries, you can rest. Alright, so now we're moving on to the one. So for this one, basically what we're gonna do, elbows like this, and then try to keep it like that. Alright, and this one tells us about your shoulder, if you're tight or not. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like you have tight shoulders. And you're keeping a pretty straight back. This one's good, your scapulas are good. Alright. And then, last one of these, front rack arc type. So for this one, I'm just gonna have you hands out, palms up, as straight as possible. And then I'm gonna have a neutral spine. I'm gonna check your shoulders if they roll forward, which it seems like they kind of do. You can see right here. And then, so try to push them back a little bit. There you go. Alright, relax. Alright, so now we're done with the shoulder arc types. Get me moving on to the hip arc types. Pretty much similar to a deadlift. You can be on your foot, standing up, Toes pointed forward. We're gonna try to go all the way down, touching your toes without bending your knees. We try to keep a nice and straight back. There you go. You can see we have a little bit of a bend right there. Alright, you good? So now we're moving on to one actually. So I'm gonna be putting on a backpack on you, and I'm just gonna have you squat. I'll give you the backpack. It weighs like 100 pounds, no worries. I'm gonna have your hands out. Try to keep a straight back. Knees not going over your toes, and do a squat. Alright, as we can see, you're kind of bending over, but it's pretty good. Your knees are not over your toes, which is great. Toes are pointed forward. We do see a little bit of your knees going out, but that's alright. Alright, and now we're moving on to the pistol one. Let me take that heavy backpack off you. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the pistol. So for this one, it teaches us about your ankle mobility. That one allows you to be able to do the pistol squat. So for this one, we're gonna have, start in the squat position. Toes pointed forward. You're gonna elevate your left leg. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Hands out. And then try to do a squat. Back straight, there we go. As far as you can. Alright, so for this one, we can see we have a little bit of ankle instability, which can be worked on by using a band or something. Now we're going to test the other leg. Same thing. So for this one, we can see the knee shaking and the leg. Foot is not pointed forward, telling us about his ankle stability once again. Alright, so that was a pistol squat. Now we're going to do the lunge. So for this one, I'm just going to have you do a regular lunge, back straight. Make sure your knee is behind your hip. Alright. There we go. Next one. Let me see your knees. Alright, good. Good. This one's a perfect example. Love it. Alright. Thank you for doing this with me. Really appreciate it.